A horrifying secret hiding behind our family's midnight game. Growing up in the Midwest, my family was normal, or at least that's what I told myself. We had the backyard barbecues, the Sunday football games, and then we had the counting. Every Miller kid, the night they turn 16, has to go into the attic alone. My dad called it a test of focus. He said, "Leo, just sit by the window, look at the old oak tree, and count every single leaf that falls until the sun comes up." It sounded stupid, right? Just a quirky, boring tradition to make us feel grown up. My older sister Maya did it 3 years ago. When she came down the next morning, she was quiet. She just hugged me, whispered, "Don't lose count," and stayed in her room for a week. Last Tuesday, it was my turn. The attic smelled like dust and old mothballs. I sat on a rickety wooden stool, staring out at that massive, twisted oak tree. The moon was bright, casting these jagged shadows across the lawn. One leaf fell, then two. Around 2 in the morning, the wind died down. Everything went dead silent. That's when I saw it. It wasn't a leaf. Something thin, pale, and way too long crawled out from the branches. It looked like a person, but its limbs moved like a spider's. It pressed its face against the glass, right in front of me. It didn't have eyes, just smooth white skin. And then it started tapping. 3 tap, a pause, 3 more taps. I was paralyzed. My heart was hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. Then a voice, scratchy, like sandpaper, hissed through the cracks in the window frame. 24, it whispered. "You missed 24. I realized then, the leaves my dad talked about, they weren't leaves. They were pieces of the kids who didn't finish the count. I didn't blink. I didn't move. I just stared at the tree and kept counting. 25, 26, 27. When the sun finally hit the horizon, the thing shriveled back into the bark. I ran downstairs shaking so hard I could barely stand. My parents were in the kitchen sipping coffee like it was just another Tuesday. My dad looked at me, his eyes cold and expectant. "Well, Leo?" he asked. "How many?" I looked at him, really looked at him, and I realized his left pinky finger was missing. So was my mom. 1,402, I lied. The tension in the room snapped. My mom smiled, a wide, fake, terrifying smile, and handed me a plate of pancakes. "Good job, honey," she said. "You're officially one of us now." I haven't slept in 4 days because last night I looked out my bedroom window and that thing from the tree, it was sitting on my porch counting the heartbeats coming from inside the house.